Blossom watch this morning. The cherry trees at the Tidal Basin are in stage 4 of the blooming process, and the National Park Service is ready for stages 5 and 6. Crews are busy preparing the trees for peak bloom. You can see them pruning the trees here and mulching ahead of the big crowds that are expected to when the trees do reach peak bloom.
And helping the National Park Service preserve the cherry blossoms is their nonprofit partner, the Trust for the National Mall. 7 News' Joy Wang is live at the Tidal Basin now. Joy, we've been on Bloom Watch for weeks. You may be more than a few weeks, though.
Yeah, I'm always on Bloom Watch. I feel like I wake up in the morning and I'm wondering, okay, when is peak bloom happening? Is it today? Is it today? And so, of course, we know it's going to be a few more days. But look just above me. You can see that actually this tree right here in a few different stages. I was actually texting Eileen and I was like, Eileen, I'm seeing so many different things up here right now. The trees appear to be a little bit confused because of that weather. 3,700 trees here along the National Mall, the Tidal Basin, you name it. 90 new ones planted every year. And to talk to me more about that is Hannah Hancock with the Trust for the National Mall. Hannah, I mean, so much work goes into preserving all of this history.
It does. We've had the tree since 1912 as a gift from Japan, and so there are trees getting up there in age. There's a lot of work year-round that goes into preserving these trees, some pruning, some cutting, snipping of the branches, and really just ensuring that they have enough mulch, that they're fed, that they're watered. So again, it's a lot of work, and a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of work goes into it to care for these trees in the lead up to peak bloom all year round, and they need our support.
Speaking of that support, how can people help? You can adopt a cherry tree.
Yes, we encourage everyone, DC residents, tourists, businesses, corporations, wherever you're coming from, whoever you are, you can help and adopt a cherry tree. All you have to do is go to bloomcam.org. There you can learn more, you can give. And again, these trees need our support. They're facing some environmental risks and factors that can impact the health of them. There's flooding twice a day at the Tidal Basin that comes in, floods their roots. It's not great for the trees. There's a lot of visitors that come here that can trample on the roots. And then, of course, there's the changing climate, extreme heat, extreme cold. So we want to protect these trees. We want to ensure they're here for the next generation and generations to come. And that's what we're really focused on, is supporting the trees.
Speaking of that bloom cam, I was looking at it earlier. There's also a time lapse that shows the different stages of the buds too. Why is it so important to make this an option to people?
Bloomcam, as you say, it's awesome. It's bloomcam.org. It has 24/7 live views of the Tidal Basin, of the Jefferson Memorial, and then of course we have our time lapses showing the development of the cherry blossoms and how they get to peak bloom. It's a great way for people to just monitor and see how are the blossoms doing at this time of year. If you're planning to come down to the Tidal Basin and you want to take a look and see how our crowd's looking, you can go to bloomcam.org and you'll see that as well.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And of course, the Trust for the National Mall, it's not just about the cherry blossoms. They also have work year-round to help preserve all of the history here. More details up at WJLA.com. Live at the Tidal Basin, Joy Wang, 7 News.